Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Hopefully you've all had a triumphant Tuesday so far. Today we're going to be diving into Cardano ADA, and it's been a little while, guys. It's been about a week since we uploaded our interview with Karen from the Wing Riders team. Wing Riders, Karen's a great guy, great team, great project. And that's led people to sort of question, what's my stance on ADA? Have we given up on it? What's our feelings right now? And we're going to get into that in this video. And I just want to say this from the outset. Everything that we've seen kick off with the Terra Luna ecosystem, everything I've seen happening on Solana, on other layer 1 protocols, whether that even be Ethereum, for example, has really cemented my position and stance on ADA Cardano. It is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen, and is a real competitor in the layer 1 blockchain space. And this is our stance that we've had for a long, long time. When we look at Cardano, it's a blockchain that's done things the right way. And it's a blockchain that's withheld the vision that Satoshi had, but improved upon it. And that's important to me. People kid themselves on that they're here for the tech and, they're here to change the world and all this stuff. Most people are here to make money. And guess what, guys? There's nothing wrong with that. But when I look at Cardano, one reason I think it's going to do so well is because they've done things the right way. They haven't rushed to market, which is one of the main criticisms. And in actual fact, one of the only fair criticisms I think people have against Cardano is the fact that they were, in regards, if smart contracts were a race, they would, not be placing very high up. But then that finishing first for many of these smart contract layer 1 protocols has actually been a huge curse and not a blessing. So what we're going to do in this video, guys, we're going to look at Cardano. We can get into the charts if you want. I've got so much I've got to cover this coming week. We're going to be bringing out a video on Dejed, because we need to explain the difference between Dejed and UST, and of course ADA. But what we're going to do in this video is we're going to look at ADA. We're going to use a little snippet from Charles's A Few Musings video, because he talks about the crypto space and what's coming for it. And this is something you guys need to pay attention to. And I'm going to not only play this clip, we're going to be looking at Ethereum in 2017. This, guys, is the same journey. This is 2017. Ethereum got at its very peak to nearly 100, we won't use the wick, $100 billion. It then went to $500 billion. Guys, Cardano is on a very similar growth trajectory. Wherever we come down and we top out, or we've already topped out here, by the way, guys, and this has, of course, been driven by the overall macro stance, and that's why we've not made an ADA video for the past week or so, just because we've been so focused on that, trying to alert people to everything going on and really educate people in that direction, because people always want to know what's going on with markets. It's not a crypto problem in markets right now. It's a market problem that's bringing markets down. But just like Ethereum did this is what you're going to do. And then we're going to go on and we're going to make that next leg, making this run up here looks similar to this one here, in an Ethereum kind of style. That's what I think comes next, ladies and gentlemen, for ADA. Now, how long that takes is really anybody's guess. I don't think we're in a, this bear market period that we're currently in is a kindred to 2018, 2019. I don't think that's the case, because it's not driven internally from the crypto space. That's not why crypto isn't selling off on its own fundamentals like it has done previously. It's selling off based on market conditions. And when you look at Ethereum, this is essentially ADA today. That's what I think's coming. And we're going to play a clip from Charles that hopefully should cement all this to you. He's been around for a long time. A lot of the criticism, and like I say, one of the main criticisms that's levied is, it's late to market. We saw a very prominent YouTuber come out and say Cardano doesn't have DEXs. This is the caliber of individuals that are levying criticism against ADA. They haven't done any due diligence, and they're just going with the flow and the narrative against it. You only have to do a little bit of digging to see that this is a serious blockchain. And even in the coming weeks, months, and years, guys, this blockchain is only going to go from strength to strength. This year alone, we've got Mamba, we've got Hydra, we've got the Vasil hard fork, we've got a whole ecosystem of dApps deploying, and we will get back into covering them in more detail. So that was really just an opening statement. Anybody that doesn't know what's happening with markets right now, we have reiterated our stance time and time again that, look, I actually think you're probably likely to have a relief rally. We did an amazing video on Saturday, guys, with Francis Hunt, the market sniper. That'll tell you guys everything you need to know and put everything into context, not just for the crypto. It fits the cryptocurrency market into the macro landscape. But anyway, I think we get a little bit of a pullback to the upside. And then potentially, providing that the macro conditions don't change, markets see more downside across the board, not just crypto, but the stock market and everything else, given the environment that we're now in. We do come out the other side of that, and this is what I'm envisioning, guys. ADA then goes on. And ADA is one of the only altcoins that I haven't even adjusted my position in. I'm just letting it ride and looking to accumulate wherever possible. By the way, we still have the stake pool. We're minting blocks every single epoch. Anybody that wants to join us, guys, ALLIN is the ticker. We've got some announcements coming for the stake pool, working with a number of CNFT projects. You know, because the Cardano community is one of the most passionate, zealous communities that there are, and one of the most loyal. And we want to support that. But this is essentially where we're at with Cardano. We haven't given up on it. You know, we're still here. We still own ADA. We've not sold a single ADA to date because we believe in this project. This has always been a long-term thing for me, and that hasn't changed one bit. And like I say, with everything that's happened with Luna, Solana recently again had to shut down and restart. You know, even Ethereum. Ethereum is literally unusable for most people. And yet people throw mud at ADA. It's just ridiculous. And the main criticism that there was we didn't have smart contracts. They're here, guys. And they're only going to get faster and faster. And that was the only legitimate criticism that people have. The rest is complete and utter nonsense and garbage. And a lot of it comes from a distaste for Charles Hoskinson, which I think is ridiculous. You know, certainly when I know, because I'm behind the scenes of the cryptocurrency space, just how much fuckeries goes on elsewhere. We don't really see much of that in ADA. Yes, it's there, but it's very few and far between. But anyway, let's dive into this little clip. We'll talk about it, and then we'll wrap this video up. I just felt like it was very important for me to touch base on Cardano and really give you guys my stance moving forwards.
You know, I've been in this space for almost a decade now, and I remember Bitcoin before it was $1, and then going up to 30, then down to 4, then to 250, then to 80, then to 1200, then down to 250 again, then up to 20,000, then down to 4,000, then to 64,000, and now we're in the 30s. And I remember all the events, the collapse of Silk Road, the collapse of Mt. Gox, all the various interesting ventures throughout the years like Mastercoin and Color Coins and a litany of other things and concerns. And no matter where I go, what I do, it always amazes me that there's this constant rhyming of the attitude. So the old guards, nothing phases us anymore. You know, we've seen everything twice just to make sure we didn't miss anything. The new people, the minute that something occurs, like, for example, the collapse of a stable coin or the collapse of BitConnect or these types of things, then they say, oh my God, this is the end of crypto. Everything is over. Oh, we're all going to die. The markets are over. The dream is gone. You know, what's happening right now is there's over $300 trillion of institutional money floating around the world looking for a home. The last 20 years in particular, there's been a hyper acceleration in the printing of money. This is what Ron Paul was talking about. All the Austrians were talking about, and nobody really listened to them. America went from $4.5 trillion in a national debt and a surplus to over $30 trillion. And the prospect of a 3% interest rate, meaning it costs you $1 trillion a year just to service your debt. This is not healthy. The world economy is not healthy. And there's now the biggest division ever between the retail investor and the institutional investor. The institutional investor, they have basically a mandate to go and push somehow, some way with their trillions of dollars under management, 10, 15% returns. Now, 10, 15% returns on top of inflation of 20%. They're doing all kinds of monkey business and shenanigans. Why is it your homes are getting so expensive? Well, because the BlackRocks of the world and the massive private funds of the world are going and buying regular, everyday 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes through big aggregators. And you wake up and you see a $250,000 home become $500,000, $750,000. Can you afford it? No, because wages don't track with that. It's a good investment for them. It's a good hedge at the moment for inflation, but it's not permanent.
We'll leave it there, guys. I don't want to play too much of that. You guys all should have watched this. But what, you can obviously tell from this clip, and he spoke about it a lot. He spoke about the UST situation, is the world is changing and blockchain could be on the very trigger of it. And the blockchains that are built to last and that don't crumble like we've seen with Luna, and I'm not hating on the Luna guys, by the way. It's, I feel very sorry for people that lost money, and I think they've had enough pain thrown at them. I don't think the VCs that pumped and dumped it have had anywhere near enough pain hurled at them. However, this is the way of the world. But what Charles is really saying there, and this video is well worth a watch, is that things go up and they come down. But it's things that are built to last and sustain and to stay that are going to do well in the long term. And that's Cardano, in my opinion. And in actual fact, the lower the price goes, the more damn excited I'm going to get, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to be filling my boots ready for the return of the Mac. That is all I have for you in this video, guys. If you've enjoyed this content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one.